Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Papa's Shop. I'm Papa. Just wanted to take a minute here to just do something a little bit different. This is the end of the first week that we have been running our videos online and on Facebook, and we've really got things fired up on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter, and we are all over the place. Been working real hard to get stuff out there. And so, first of all, if you've been watching us on any of these outlets, I wanted to thank you. First of all, I really appreciate it, and I hope that we're sending you some enlightening things, and hope you learn something. But I don't have anything to work on today. Just me and the old goat hanging out at the shop here, and but I did kind of want to just give you a quick, kind of a quick update on exactly what we're doing here and how you can get involved and what we can do for you if you need it. So um, let me just go back a little bit. I've been a certified mechanic now for about a little over 30 years now. And so I've worked on everything from tractors to lawnmowers to you name it. I think I've had my hands in just about every kind of equipment. Um, and so, I mean, I'm not bragging here, but I guess that's what they tell me that's what I'm supposed to do. But anyway, just want to get that out there to you that first of all, everybody gets older, and the gray hair in my beard doesn't hide anything. So getting older, but they say there's snow in the valley, but the sun is still shining pretty bright on top of the hill. So that's an old saying, and if you don't get it, don't worry about it. Just means that I'm still just as dim-witted as I ever was. But but anyway, so I've had a lot of things over the years that I've done wrong, and a few things I've done right, and so that's why I wanted to make these videos, is to get some of that knowledge out. I realized just from working on things in the shop here and working on things for people that sometimes people come to me and they say, just that one simple thing. I wouldn't have even had to bring this stuff to you if I knew that one thing. And it's stuff like that I speak for most mechanics. And I can tell you quite honestly, my honest opinion here is, if I don't speak for your mechanic when I say this following statement, you should think about changing mechanics. And I'll say that right to their face. I don't care. But the fact is, a mechanic is here to help you. All right. If it seems like they're there, we all got to eat. We all got to make money, so there's that, but in the end, the mechanic should be here to do two things. First of all, educate you, because if you knew how to fix it, you wouldn't be taking it to them. And secondly, to help you. And then if you do those two things, the money comes. That'll come later. You don't worry about that as a mechanic. You worry about those two things, and that's the sign of a quality mechanic. And I've learned that over the years. So my biggest thing is to help educate people. I hate it if something comes into my shop, and I have been known to do this before, that I look at something and I think, boy, this is just one simple thing. Call them up and go, hey, come on in here. Let me show you something. There. Now I've educated you. And they say, well, how much does that cost? Nothing. Just call me when something serious happens. All right. If a mechanic out there is charging you for every single little thing, again, if he's coming to your house, well, he's got to put gas in his car. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be a little real, But, on the other hand, you get the point. All right. So, so I've seen so many of those things in my travels and places that I've worked and working on things in my shop where if somebody was just a little more educated on something, then it would have saved them a whole lot of hassle, a whole lot of time, a little bit of money, and a whole lot of frustration. And so that's number one, what I'm here for. Okay. The second thing is, and I haven't really talked about this a whole lot during this first week. All right. I personally, I rarely go to an auto parts store anymore. All right. And I'm not going to badmouth auto parts stores. You know, they all have their place. They all do a very fine job at what they do. There are some people behind the counter that maybe should have went into being a fry cook or something, you know. But again, everybody's trying to make a profit. And when I know that I'm buying the same product and I'm buying it from the same place they are, and I don't have to keep the lights on in 15 stores and pay 300 people or more. Okay. So I know if I had to resell that product, my markup is going to be much, much lower than what theirs are. And so that's what I try to do here as well. Okay. I'm trying to think of anything out there that I can't get my hands on. There's pretty much anywhere. I have small engine repair, chainsaw, large engines, cars, trucks, semi-trucks, you name it. And if I don't have a supplier, I can point you in the direction of somebody who can supply that part. If I'm not going to save you money on it, I'll just show you somewhere who can get it for you. You know, maybe I'll contact them and put them in contact with you. So that's where I just want to kind of show you a few things of what we got going on. Okay, but that kind of stuff, that's where papashop01@gmail.com comes in. Okay, I'll write that down. Papa's Shop, all one word, 01@gmail.com. So if you need to order any kind of parts, you need to check on cost of oil or lubricants of any kind, or you name it. I don't care what it is. I've been all morning trying to find a hammock. So that gives you an idea of the scale and the scope of what I look for. Okay, papashop01@gmail.com. Also, that's the place you want to send me a question. Okay, and I use that phrase all the time, that you got your lawnmower and you bring it out and you can't get it to start. And we've answered a couple of lawnmower questions. I always ask, I'll send you an email back if you have a question, and I'll send you an email back and I'll say, is it okay if I go live and answer your question? If I make a video and answer your question? If you say no, then it's no. Your privacy is up to you. That's all up to you. But either way, if I don't know it, I'll find someone who does, and then we'll both learn it. Because I've got a lot of practice, but I don't know everything. And if somebody tells you they do, run. They don't. Okay. Next avenue we got is Papa Shop at Facebook. That is cool. Now we have a Papa Shop at Facebook, and you can see live feed. I go live sometimes on there, and you can see us live working on different projects, and if you're lucky, you can see me banging up my hands on a hammer. We have our share of bloopers, but you go on there and you can see live feeds. You can ask us live questions, and we'll answer them right there live. And as if you've seen some of my videos, you know that my granddaughter and I, we will go out to storage auctions, and so we have a few items from there. A few things I can tell you that we have right off that's for sale, that's on. I want to say a lot of it is on our Facebook Marketplace, Papa Shop 01 Facebook Marketplace. If you can't find it, send me an email at papashop01@gmail.com, and I'll look and see if I have it. But I know we have some tools. We have some antiques, antique signs. We've got a collection of lighters. I've got a huge collection of pocket knives, old timers, and there's some Leathermans in there, and I got a couple of new bridles for horses. So if you got horses, I got a couple of those. We don't buy those things. When we go to storage auctions, we don't really spend a whole lot of money on that kind of stuff. So we sell that stuff really, really cheap. I know the horse bridles, I can't tell you what they're priced at because I can't see them from here. But I want to say they're less than half what you'd buy them brand new. And these look like brand new. I mean, the one has leather on it, a leather strap on it. The other one is like brand new. It's never been touched. But they look like they're brand new. But anyway, we've got, like I say, we've got tools, you name it. And if you're looking for cheap tools, boy, I've got piles of cheap tools. Everything that we sell, we disinfect it and then we seal it up before, and no human hands touches the product when we package all that up, so it's all safe to send. So we got that. Next thing I wanted to tell you about is Papa Shop at Instagram. Now we put some of our videos on there, Papa Shop 01 at Instagram. This, folks, is cool. Okay, Papa Shop 01 at Instagram. You have got to go check this out. Okay, what our Instagram page is. We put a few of my videos on there. I don't believe there's any of mine on there as of this recording. But we do put a few, we will put a few of those on there. But this is mostly just cool stuff. Okay, if you're into engines and cars and classic cars and guys bringing trees down, and bloopers and all that crazy stuff that guys like to look at, and some girls, you're going to find that on Papa Shop 01 at Instagram. Okay, all that stuff, like I say, really cool stuff. We have partners from Steel in Australia that I'm in contact with. We have woodcutters from Germany who are on there that I'm in contact with, and so we have their Instagram page, and they will show interesting things about how they cut down trees in Australia or whatever. So if you're into that kind of stuff, it's cool. Classic cars, if you like classic cars, oh man, the classic cars on Papa Shop 01 at Instagram. Wow. There's a bunch of them. Diesels, diesel truck, diesel engines. There's a whole collection of that kind of stuff. Papa Shop 01 Instagram. Got to check that out. Papa Shop 01 at Twitter. We're on Twitter. Now this is where you just go on there and I want to hear what you got to say. And if I happen to be on, because I'm pretty busy, but if I happen to be on there, we'll all have a discussion. And we just talk. That's what that's intended for. We just got that set up. So be one of the first to check us out. Papa Shop 01 at Twitter. Now, the last thing I want to tell you about, okay? And if you're watching this video, I'm going to put a link at the bottom of this video down here. Okay, and I want you to check it out. All right, it's our website, and we're still working on it, and so give us some time. I've got people helping me out on this thing, but give us time here. We're still working out the bugs on it. But so basically, what this is going to be set up as, okay? If you're a business, all right, and if you're a business, you're familiar with people rating your business and all that, and that seems to be all the rage, okay? All right. My wife is pretty good at this. That she's very fair. If she gets a good service at a business, she'll go on Yelp or Google or wherever, and she'll do those. All right, and if it's bad, she'll talk about her bad experience too. But I can tell you this much: my wife is one of the very few. And if you're one of those like my wife, then I commend you, because that's the way to do it. Take the time to compliment people, not just the negative. But there are a lot of people who just throw out the negative. And I always tell my wife, what I look for in a review, I look for a pattern of things. So if I see one review where a person says, oh, the person was so rude when I went to that place, and then I don't see that in the next 10 or 15 reviews or whatever amount of reviews I'm looking at, it was just a bad experience. And everybody has a bad day. Employee, maybe the person writing the review just had a bad day, whatever. So, got me to thinking, there should be, I don't want to say stringent, but something that's a little more honest in rating businesses. And so we have developed this system. And if you check us out at papashop01.wixsite.com/papashop, and I'll leave you, like I say, I'll leave you a link down here. You can check it out. But we have a rating system. If you're a business, you want to get on this rating system, okay? Businesses do pay to be on papashop.com, okay? It's a very minimal amount. They don't pay for their rating level. So some review sites, and I don't know if you know how this works, but some review sites, not all of them, but some of them, will say if you want to have a higher rating, then you'll pay this much. If you want to have an excellent rating, you'll pay that much. We don't do any of that, okay? And businesses have a strict set of guidelines that they have to adhere to in order to be a part of papashop.com. And if we get too many reviews, if we get, I'm not familiar with it, I don't have it right here in front of me because there's a lot of guidelines for them, so I don't want to lie to you and say exactly, but I want to say 3 bad reviews in 6 months, Papa Shop suspends that account and they don't pay us. And we look into them and we say, okay, we have this. And we get in touch with that business and say, is something going on? This is what we have. This is what's going on. Should we refund your money and, or you discontinue with us? Because if you can't meet our high standards, we can't list you on our website. And so businesses pay for the advertisement of our website, but they don't pay for the reviews. So if you're a business and your main goal is to serve the customer and serve them well and to be honest with people and to do the best you can, you need to be on our website. You need to be a part of that. If you're looking for businesses that have a high quality of standard, high quality of serving the public. I know I'm saying that wrong, but I'm just ad-libbing. I don't like to, I take a few notes here, but I don't like to write down a script. But if you're looking for a good business, good company to do business with, that's what I'm trying to say. Check out our website. And it's, right now, it's very, very new. And we're going to be developing products on papashop.com, that we will have products that we endorse. Some of them are going to be a little bit on the expensive side, and some of them will not. Some things, like I always tell you, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if you're using the cheaper stuff and it works for you, hey, good. There are some cheap things out there. I should say less expensive things. Doesn't make them cheap, but they're less expensive. There's a few things like that out there that's the person can use. So that pretty much tells you everything. So I'm going to wrap this thing up. Looks like it's going to be Easter weekend. Looks like it's going to be a nice weekend out here, and a lot of sun, and stay indoors, or at least stay in your own backyard. Let's not spread this virus thing any further than it already is. And let's take care of each other, and we'll see you soon. Happy motoring.